everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be finishing up the final details of Harley Quinn. I really hope that you guys have enjoyed what we've done so far, and I hope that it's making sense. If there's any questions that you guys have anytime watching this video, then please feel free to send me a message, make a comment down below, anything like that, and I will try my best to answer anything that you may have. The first thing that I'm doing here is I'm taking just Liquid Original by itself and I am oiling out the painting. What this means is it's basically just putting a nice thin layer over the entire thing so I can see exactly what the colors are going to look like once I oil out the painting or if I varnish it. In this instance, I ended up just oiling out the painting. It looked really good once it was all said and done. So that's what I ended up doing. But whenever you use black, even when you mix it with some of that blue like I've been doing, it's still going to look a little matte, because you can see when you look at Harley's leg, you can see the difference between how dark it actually looks against the background, even though that's pretty much almost the same exact color. So I've got it oiled out. Now I'm grabbing me some alizarin crimson, and I'm going to slowly start applying just a tiny amount of that by doing a glaze. Now, a glaze is where you mix a little bit of color with a lot of Liquid Original, or whatever medium is that you're using. And in my instance, I am using the Liquid Original. So I am going to apply that over the entire part of the red and the costume, just to give me another extra layer of depth, and it's just going to make those colors a lot more richer, and that's exactly what I'm looking for with her costume here. I'm moving my way up the body and just looking for any areas here that I think could use a little extra pop of red. All that red blocked in, I'm going to be switching to the ivory black, ultramarine blue, and then occasionally a little bit of white. And I'm going to do the same exact thing that I did with the red. I'm going to be putting a glaze over the entirety of the black part of her costume to give another extra layer of depth. And I'm just going to work my way up through the body, and I'm only putting this in those really dark shadow areas, not on where the highlights are. So I just want to make that clear, because those areas, you know, it's a completely different color, and I'm really focusing on just the darkest darks and the lightest, brightest parts of the costume at this stage of the painting process. Moving my way up to the part of, I don't know what that's actually called, but just like her little hat part there. And you can really see here the difference between the background and her costume and just how much depth. And now I'm moving on to the red part of her costume here, and I am mixing red and blue. And when you get that, of course, you're going to have purple. So I've already put that glaze of red on there, and now I'm applying that bluish black glaze on top of that red, and it's giving me a very nice deep purple shadow, and that is exactly what I want. It added so much more depth, and I am just loving the way that this painting is coming out. Let me know in the comments below who you would like to see me paint next. I would love to have any suggestions or feedback, and if I think that I can do it, I'll give it a try. But you know, let me see what ideas you guys have in mind. So I'm moving on now to the face, and I'm still using this same color. I'm trying to use a very limited color palette for you guys, because I know a lot of people are beginners. And sometimes, you know, if you have all these different colors in front of you and you don't know what to do. So I've tried to limit it to just, you know, 4 or 5 colors tops. And even though, you know, as you look here, it's perfect to add those shadows in her face to give her face structure. And I'm still just using that black and ivory with just a little bit of white. And it really adds a very nice shade there to the side of her face. And that is pretty much it for this painting of Harley Quinn for the final details. I am noticing there underneath her hands, I could go a little bit darker to help with the shadows there. So I am going to go ahead and put that in there. But after that, I really think that this is a finished painting. I hope that you guys enjoyed the process of seeing how I make a painting. And like I said, if you have any questions, please leave them down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that bell notification so you can see when the next video comes out.